I would now like to invite Mrs. Pearl Goh to come and give us a welcome address. Mrs. Pearl Goh is the Chairperson Management Committee for AWWA Center for Caregivers.
It's one of those things when you reach a certain age, you need different glasses for different things. Here we are. On behalf of the AWWA Center for Caregivers, I welcome everyone to our event celebrating the joys of family caregiving. We are particularly heartened, although they're not here yet, by the presence of our discreet but invaluable partners, namely MCYS, I think they're coming, and NCSS, and of late, HPB, AIC, and CEL. AWWA CFC would not have been able to reach out to so many caregivers without your vital and hopefully continuing support. However, the primary focus of today's celebration is our caregivers. We acknowledge and honor you for your dedication and labor of love for your dear ones. We also appreciate that many could not be present because they are unable to get someone to relieve them of their duties. Celebration, self-care, and de-stressing are three messages we want our caregivers to receive today and practice once in a while. We hope you had a good start with a head and shoulder massage. I saw some of you there enjoying yourself. Getting your eyebrows shaped. I think this is more for the ladies. Playing the caregiver's lingo bingo, and posing for your glamour shot before you came in. Now, who cares for the caregivers? AWWA has served the disadvantaged in Singapore for 41 years. The Centre for Caregivers was set up in 2006 to specifically address and champion the cause of caregivers. Over the last 5 years, CFC spearheaded various initiatives to increase public awareness on this concept of caregiving. Much of social service work by VWOs focus on the care recipients, and very few provide directly for caregivers. With an increasingly aging population, the plight and welfare of the caregivers, who are incidentally also aging, become more crucial. It's a double-edged sword, the recipient or the carer. We at AWWA say both. This is where and why AWWA CFC wants to partner with other VWOs to work with them on both. Caregiver welfare and stress was highlighted recently with Dr. Lee Wei Ling's article in the Sunday Times on the 30th of January this year. She raised the question, who cares for the caregivers? She highlighted serious issues about the need to support caregivers' psychosocial and emotional well-being. The article attracted replies from many caregivers who expressed their concern as well as their hopes and appeals for more support and training. AWWA CEO Tim Wee, who's right in front of me, also responded to the article to highlight CFC's outreach and education efforts and training initiatives for caregivers. AWWA CFC is pleased to announce that we have been invited to work closely with MediaCorp to facilitate its production of a 13-episode documentary focused on caregiver issues. Yes. Some caregivers have given their consent to be featured. We commend and applaud you for selflessly sharing your experiences with a wider television audience. AWWA believes that the media has a major role to play in helping more Singaporeans become aware of the challenges faced by caregivers. AWWA CFC recently completed a pilot telephone training program for homebound and work-bound caregivers. We realized that many caregivers are unable to come to us for training and support. I believe some of the participants in that program are with us today. We are heartened that you have experienced much mutual learning and emotional support with each other. And we are especially delighted that you have come together today to finally meet face to face. It is our hope that you will continue to stay connected with one another and that you will pass on the word to others about AWWA's outreach. I am also pleased to announce that AWWA CFC is also looking into facilitating the organic growth of a caregivers network or club. This will initially start in cyberspace with a Facebook fan page. We envisage such e-networks blossoming into independent and multiple caregiver support groups. Come to AWWA's watering hole to share your concern and meet other caregivers. Of all people, caregivers are the ones who need friends the most. I believe all of you have received the updated version of the Caregiver's Handbook in English. It's in your gift packs. I'm again proud to announce that next month we will launch the Mandarin version of the Caregiver's Handbook to reach out to a new category of caregivers. We thank HPB for their staunch support for this CFC project. To date, AWWA CFC has reached out to over 27,000 people in Singapore. Our talks, seminars, and training workshops have helped caregivers to firstly self-identify, then consider self-care, and take concrete steps to care for their own well-being. Today, you will take that one step further. The first speaker, Vikas Malkani, a transformational life guide, will help you to see the meaning and purpose of caregiving. You will learn to create and enjoy your own happiness and spread this joy to your care recipients. Ms. Zaibun Siraj, I can't see her. Oh, she's down there. Will train and lead you to face your challenges as a caregiver through her laughter therapy. She's going to laugh right there. To conclude, AWWA's Centre for Caregivers would like to sincerely thank AIC for allowing us to share in their event. We look forward to more such collaborations. We would also like to thank Health Promotion Board, Centre for Enabled Living, and the National Library Board for their support of this celebrity event. We also appreciate that many voluntary welfare organizations and health agencies have come to share experiences with us to enrich the lives of our caregivers. Thank you. Sia-sia. Terima kasih. Nandri.